Continuing from the previous episode 1005. Senior brother, we are now. At this time, in a huge halo enchantment, the 7 people in the heavenly palace were sitting on the ground this time, with their palms and fingers connected to their hearts, and all 7 people looked like this. 7th brother, don't talk. The leading senior brother Btth2 said with his weak soul power. I'm sorry, senior brother, it's us who dragged you down. After seeing this scene, the other 6 said weakly. Ha ha ha, they're all my own brothers, why are you being so polite? Btth2 laughed, quite free and easy. If I hadn't insisted on hunting that monster, I'm afraid we wouldn't have been found by the Xuanling royal family for 3 days, and we wouldn't have ended up where we are now. Among the 7, the only woman, Luan Yu, had a rather weak voice. Said slightly crying, 5 sisters, don't talk about such a foreign thing. Since the 7 of us became the 7 people in the Fenxiang Pavilion Heavenly Hall, we were destined to be a whole. And that magic core is also very important to you. Although we are in a bad situation right now, it would be a great thing to be able to heal your injuries. 7th senior brother Duan Yu said with a smile. 7th brother is right, so don't feel guilty. Btth2 smiled. However, the Xuanling royal family has 4 congregations, and now there are only 3 congregations left, which is really pleasing. Duan Yuzidu said, I'm afraid this is what Xiao Yan did. At this time, the 2nd senior brother Yuan Lan also suddenly laughed. But we still underestimate the Xuanling royal family. Although I don't want to admit it, I'm afraid even I can't beat Tiangen's strength. Btth2 said helplessly. This time, we were not prepared, and we were attacked by the Xuanling royal family's 2nd heaven in 3 days, and we ended up being so seriously injured. Otherwise, just these 2 people, together with the strength of the 7 of us, would be enough to kill them. 2nd senior brother Yuan Lan Zidu said, Okay, let's just say a few words less, let's maintain this formation and recover some power, that is, we will compete with the 2 heavenly congregations of the Xuanling royal family. Btth2 said slowly, and then the curtain barrier became brighter, and then a trace of pure power continued to nourish the 7 people, so that the power in the 7 people's bodies slowly recovered. 2nd brother, what should I do now? Outside the light curtain barrier, Tianong asked for 3 days. Big brother has now gone to the land of holy flames, and the powerhouses of other super sects should also go to that place one after another. Although we followed the instructions of the elder brother and found the 7 people in the temple of heaven, and severely injured them when they killed the beasts when they were weak, but now their strength is slowly recovering. If it goes on like this, I'm afraid that the 7 people will still be a bit tricky for us. Tianong said, Then let's do it. This light curtain barrier is originally a roll of formation, although the strength is high, but with the cooperation of the 2 of us, it will not last long. Tianong said slowly, and then looked fiercely at the mountain in front of him. 7 people sitting on the ground in the hill. Qi Haoking, the 3 of us shot together. After a short while, the 2 days of Tianqing looked vigilant, and then shouted loudly. Yes, okay. Both of them agreed unanimously. Do it, Zhongtian Kang said, and then the dazzling Do Qi all over his body burst out directly towards the light curtain barrier, but in that Do Qi, not only the dazzling white life force, but even a trace of it. Silk black power, that power, is the power of death. Boom boom boom. Qi Haoking and San Sanzong both had their bodies soaring in strength, and at the same time attacked the light curtain barrier, and the terrifying power turned into ripples on the invisible light curtain barrier. Obviously, the light curtain barrier under this level of attack, the world may not last long. It seems that they still can't help themselves. Just when Tian Kang and the other 3 started, the senior brother Btth2, who had always closed his eyes, slowly released his palm and stood up. With his perception, he can know that among the 3, the most dangerous is the sky in the past 2 days. This guy has half-footed into the level of the 8-star fighting emperor, and has even been born with the power of death. As for the other 2, whether it was Tian Hong or Qi Haoking, Btth2 didn't take it seriously. Eldest brother, seeing that the elder brother directly released his palm, the 6 people next to him all opened their eyes and asked urgently. You guys hurry up and recover your fighting spirit. This formation can restore a lot of fighting spirit, I'm going to meet them. Btth2 said slowly. When the other 6 heard the words, they wanted to say something just now, but they saw Btth2 get up straight away, and then abruptly left the light curtain barrier. "Hey, Mu Tianyuan, are you in such a hurry to come out and die?" And just after seeing Mu Tianyuan leaving the light curtain barrier, the three of them immediately stopped, and then Tianong said with a dangerous smile for 3 days. "It's just a defeated general." Mu Tianyuan forcibly supported the injury in his body, and said to Tianong, "Today's Mu Tianyuan, when he entered the blood river, his strength has not fully recovered, and later in order to help Luan Yu kill the monster, it consumed a lot of power, and then was injured by Tianzhong's shot, so the power in the body is probably only half of his peak period." Mu Tianyuan, the events of the previous sect competition are still vivid in my mind. I hope this time. And just when Tianong and Mu Tianyuan were talking, the 2 days of Zhang Tianqing suddenly laughed. Miscellaneous. After Tian Kang said this, a scarlet killing intent emerged from Mu Tianyuan's pupils. In the previous sect competition, their Fenxiang pavilion was annihilated except for the 7 people in their current heavenly palace, and even the most outstanding disciple of the Fenxiang pavilion in the past century, Yin Tong, also fell die. As soon as the words fell, Mu Tianyuan's figure skyrocketed, and the dazzling power of life emerged, directly transforming into a ferocious roaring beast, blasting away at the sky. "Nice power, unfortunately. You are not my opponent now." Tian Kang looked at Mu Tianyuan, who was a little rude, with a slight smile on the corner of his mouth, and then an extremely evil aura slowly entangled out of his body. "This is the power of the alien race?" When this power just appeared, Mu Tianyuan's shocking killing intent was also suddenly suppressed, and a wave of fear poured into his heart. "Bingo! Didn't your burning incense pavilion always have an inexorable grievance with our Xuanling royal family? And you also have a lot of suspicions about our Xuanling royal family?" Mu Tianyuan, die. With the appearance of this evil aura, Tian Kang's overall strength suddenly rioted, and then said. As soon as Tian Kang finished speaking, his fingers, which were surrounded by evil black energy, gently lifted up, and an evil wave containing the breath of death slowly appeared. "Let's die," he said slightly, and then a sky-shattering evil beam of light suddenly emerged from Tian Kang's fingers and shot towards Mu Tianyuan. "Those who dare to hurt my burning incense pavilion. Death." However, just when a trace of fear appeared in Mu Tianyuan's pupils and just wanted to escape, a pure and incomparable flame of flames suddenly appeared, and then a man with a heavy ruler on his back suddenly pointed at the evil finger. Continuing from the previous episode 1006. Xiao Yan, and when he heard this familiar voice, even the always calm senior brother Mu Tianyuan felt a sense of warmth in his heart. "Senior brother, leave this attack to me." The khaki-colored holy flames suddenly surrounded Xiao Yan, a dazzling pure aura slowly emerged, and then his figure gently passed in front of the senior brother. He put a hand on Mu Tianyuan's shoulder and said. But the senior brother Mu Tianyuan wanted to say something just now, but he felt that the vindictive energy in his body was exhausted. When he came into contact with Xiao Yan, he actually recovered quickly under the nourishment of Xiao Yan's dazzling flame. "Be careful. This guy doesn't know what to do, but he actually possesses the power of a foreign evil race. The power of the alien race, even a trace, is extremely terrifying." Mu Tianyuan handed over with a heavy expression, and then took a step back. Only at his level can he know the horror of the alien race. But it all happened between lightning and flint. The power of the alien race is really too permeable. After the elder brother Mu Tianyuan's breath recovered a little, Xiao Yan directly put aside the elder brother, then stepped forward and watched the two of them whistling towards him. The evil beam of light, the corner of his mouth smiled slightly, and then the dazzling holy flame suddenly spewed out from the holy flame crystal in the sea of fighting chi. "Destroy me." More and more holy flame power poured out and Xiao Yan shouted loudly, and countless holy flame powers directly formed a ferocious giant tiger, which greeted the sky's seemingly terrifying finger. "Bastard." Feeling Xiao Yan's sudden appearance, Tian Kang also cursed secretly. The reason why he used the power of the evil clan from outside the realm was that he was afraid that Yi Chongmeng would have too many dreams. He wanted to directly kill the 7 people in the heavenly palace with the power of destruction, which greatly weakened the power of the Fenxiang pavilion, so he went directly to the land of holy flames, but at this time with the appearance of Xiao Yan, I am afraid this matter will become more complicated. If the matter that he possesses the power of a foreign evil clan is passed on back, I am afraid that their Xuanling royal family will be greatly implicated, so now, they can only kill all the people in front of them. Hoo! The holy flame giant roared for a while, and then the evil beam of light that seemed to contain incomparably terrifying, when it came into contact with the holy flame giant tiger, was directly swallowed by the holy flame giant tiger and disappeared without a trace. However, the flame giant also slowly dissipated after swallowing the evil beam of light. Obviously, the power of the two neutralized and cancelled each other. Second brother. Looking at Xiao Yan who suddenly appeared, Tianhong's face also became ugly. Let's do it, the affairs of the foreign evil race have been exposed, and we can only leave them all here. At this time, Tiankang's expression also became strange. As soon as the voice fell, the three Tianong and Qi Haoqing on the side immediately exuded a trace of evil aura. And when everyone was fighting, Yan Kai, Mu Yingying and Xiao Yi directly skipped the light curtain barrier and came to the barrier. Are you all right? A fiery red halo slowly appeared on Yan Qi's body, then enveloped the 6 people in the heavenly palace, and said softly, "Old Yan, we're fine." The 6 people felt the dazzling power and said gratefully, "You stay here, I'll help my big brother." Xiao Yi said, and then the figure swept out directly, facing the strong people outside. "Xiao Yan, this time, you will die." Outside the light curtain barrier, the auras of the 3 powerhouses from outside the realm became even more evil. Half-step 8-star Doudi powerhouse, combined with the power of the evil clan outside the realm, is really tyrannical. Xiao Yan stared at Tian Kang and said, but his heart was a little eager to try. Do it. When Tianong and Qi Haoqing's aura of the alien race became more and more bright, Tianqing suddenly drank it and said directly, "Hey, you two, leave it to me. Big brother, you focus on dealing with Tianqing." Just when Tianong and Qi Haoqing were about to take action, a hearty laugh suddenly emerged. "Where did the guy come from? Aren't you afraid of death?" Tianong looked at Xiao Yi's sudden appearance, and said disdainfully, "Be careful, this guy's aura is very wrong." When Tianqing saw this, he frowned and said, obviously based on his experience, it is not difficult to find something different about Xiao Yi. Kill. While the 3 of them were talking, Xiao Yan's aura also became violent, the holy flame's aura unmistakably showed, and then the ancient ruler of eternal fire in his hand glowed with bright rays of light. "Xiao Yan, I will let you know that offending our Xuanling royal family will not end well." And the dark evil power above Tiankang's body became more and more brilliant, directly rendering his entire body in pitch black. Even his pupils were filled with an unusual asterisk smell. Crash! Xiao Yan looked at the evil aura, and immediately did not hesitate. The ancient ruler of the ancient fire of eternal fire twitched suddenly on the palm of his hand, and then his figure moved, raised the ancient ruler of eternal fire of eternity, and whistled away directly at the sky. Bang bang bang! Xiao Yan's seemingly random attack was actually carrying an extremely pure power of holy flame. When he just attacked Tian Kang, the evil power in Tian Kang dissipated slightly. Obviously the sacred flame cannot suppress the evil races outside the territory. What a powerful holy flame power! Tian Kang folded his hands together, and a dazzling black air directly blocked the ancient ruler of different fires surrounded by holy flame power in front of him. Yin demon claws! And the next moment Tian Kang's breath suddenly raised, directly knocking back Xiao Yan's attack, and then the palm swelled extremely rapidly, and even became illusory. An indescribable feeling the evil aura emerged in this world. Is Xiao Yan's current strength in the middle stage of the 7-star Do Emperor too reluctant? Luan Yu, one of the 6 people in the Tiandian palace, couldn't help but say, obviously they are very clear about Tiankang's strength, let alone at this time. The power of foreign evil clans emerged from Tian Kang's body, and the strength was even more terrifying. I believe him. Faced with these worries, Mu Yingying's eyes moved slightly, revealing 2 small dimples, and she slowly stared at Xiao Yan who was constantly fighting outside the light curtain barrier. What an evil trick! But you underestimate me too much. 7th layer breaking the sky ruler. 6 feet out. And Xiao Yan didn't dare to neglect after feeling Tian Kang's minions that contained an evil aura, and directly wrapped the holy flame around the ancient ruler of different fire, and then moved extremely quickly, waving at Tianqing in a row. Out of 6 huge feet. Boom boom boom. Xiao Yan, go to hell. In the face of the 6 feet of light that Xiaoyan swung out, Tian Kang's face smiled slightly, and then the huge swollen palm was just a circle of extremely evil power skyrocketed out, directly surging with the palm of his hand. He whistled away at Xiaoyan. 7th level breaking the Sky Ruler, the power of 6 feet. Break it for me. And Xiaoyan also felt the terrifying attack contained in Tian Kang's palm, and immediately shouted loudly. Genius remembers the address of this site in 1 second. Mobile version reading website. M. Continuing from the previous episode 1007. Boom boom boom. As soon as the two of them finished speaking, they immediately attacked each other brightly. I saw that Xiaoyan's 6 huge Kions hit Tian Kang's huge evil palm invariably, but did not cause any substantial damage, and Tian Kang's evil palm suddenly transformed into 5 incomparably evil pitch blacks. The beam of light directly enveloped Xiaoyan. Xiaoyan, it's time to end. Seeing Xiaoyan's attack dissipating, 5 evil beams of light immediately shrouded him and suddenly shrank, trapping Xiaoyan's figure. I thought how powerful this guy is, but it turns out that he is also strong from the outside. Chi Hao King, this guy doesn't seem to be as tyrannical as you said. Seeing Xiaoyan being imprisoned by his 5 evil beams of light, Tian Kang said proudly. But at this time, Tian Kang did not notice that the figure imprisoned by the 5 evil beams of light had the same appearance as Xiaoyan, but his aura was extremely strange. Kill me! The next moment, Tian Kang roared directly, and then the 5 dazzling beams of light suddenly narrowed the distance. If this continued, Xiaoyan would be completely compressed into flesh in an instant. Plop! Just when the evil beam of light gathered directly, Xiaoyan, who was crushed by the evil beam of light, suddenly turned into a white mist and dissipated in the sky. Fake body? After seeing this scene, Tian Kang's back was slightly cold. The Xuanling royal family's 2nd heavenly congregation really thinks highly of you. Show your true strength, otherwise you won't even have a chance to fight back. At this moment, a void slowly wriggled, and Xiaoyan emerged directly from it. Damn it, he is so cunning. Tian Kang looked at Xiaoyan with a livid face. If that's the case, then it's as you wish. I didn't want to do this, you forced me. After Tian Kang finished speaking, the aura all over his body exploded, and circles of evil power appeared on the surface of his body as if he had climbed out of the abyss, until this moment. The power of life and the power of death in Tian Kang's body were all replaced by the power of evil. This Xiaoyan can actually allow the 2nd brother to use all the power of the evil clan. Tian Hong, who was constantly dealing with Xiao Yi, couldn't help but said, "The blood curse of the alien race on them has given them a lot of tyrannical power, but on the contrary, if they use all their power, I am afraid they will cause unspeakable damage to themselves, or even be replaced by the alien race. It is also possible, so unless it is a last resort, they will not use all the power of the alien race." And the reason why Tian Kang used all the power of the evil clan outside the realm was that Xiaoyan had just teased him, causing him to fall into a frenzy for a while. That's right, Xiaoyan said with a smile, looking at Tian Kang, who had lost all the human aura and turned into an evil monster in front of him. The human world is really wonderful. Thanks to you, I am now in complete control of this body, so in return, I will love you well. Humans, suffer to death. And when Tian Kang's whole body of evil power emerged, a deep voice also emerged one after another. I don't know which one of the 4 envoys of the Gorfiends you are. And Xiaoyan was not in a hurry at this time, and spoke slowly. I didn't expect you to know a lot, but this will only speed up your death. After Evil Heaven Kang finished speaking, a dark aura twitched from his fingertips. Let's do it. I also really want to see how strong the first few of the 4 envoys of the Gorfiend are. By the way, the last of your 4 messengers fell into my hands. At the end of the sentence, Xiaoyan did not forget to say, "Human, you are courting death." When he heard that the last of the 4 messengers was killed by Xiaoyan, Tian Kang's face slowly showed a chilling meaning, and then without hesitation, his whole body was full of aura. Suddenly shocked, the figure rioted and roared away directly at Xiaoyan. Fire! And when Xiaoyan faced the strong man living in Tian Kang, he didn't dare to neglect. After all, according to the ranking, the 4 heavenly congregations of the Xuanling royal family corresponded to the 4 envoys of the Gorfiends, and this day Kang ranked 2nd, most likely the 2nd strongest of the 4 envoys of the Gorfiend. Bang bang bang! Tian Kang came to Xiao Yan, then stubbornly slapped his palm at Xiao Yan, who was close at hand. On the palm of his hand, layers of evil power emerged, making Xiao Yan unable to help but slightly surprised. The power of holy flame. Xiao Yan whistled, and then the dazzling power of holy flame directly took Tian Kang's seemingly powerful blow, but he still took 10 steps back to stabilize his figure. The holy flame does have a very strong suppressing force on our foreign evil race, but your strength is too weak to exert the full power of the holy flame. So holy flame is a waste in your hands. I will educate you well. After Tian Kang finished speaking, his entire body was directly covered by a dark circle of evil power, and he could not see any trace of human beings at all. Sure enough, Xiao Yan said slightly, devil blood eats the sky. In the next moment, a drop of extremely scarlet blood suddenly appeared in Tian Kang's body, and then it was directly swallowed by the dark evil power, and with this swallowing, Tian Kang's entire aura changed. Get weird. Second messenger, what are you doing? You want to devour me? Tian Kang's original voice sounded. What do you know? The aura on this human being is extremely powerful. Only in this way can we kill him. The evil aura said, devouring me, I will truly die. I don't want to die. When the time comes, you will occupy my body, do whatever you want. Tian Kang's hideous voice resounded. Then it's up to you. Seeing the last trace of Tian Kang's mind, evil force said directly and decisively. Don't even think about it. Even if I die, I won't let you succeed. Looking at the evil power directly eroding his body, Tian Kang said suddenly, and then he used all his strength to directly resist the erosion of the evil power. He knew, I used the power of the foreign evil clan to defeat Xiao Yan. If I really fell in order to defeat Xiao Yan, Tian Kang would definitely not do it. No, this guy is ready to use his real strength. And below, Yan Kai couldn't help but say when he saw this move. I'm afraid it's not good to despise me so much in front of me. Seeing the violent struggle in Tian Kang's body, Xiao Yan's mouth wriggled slightly, and then with the dazzling ancient ruler of different fire, he roared away directly. In a short moment, it pierced through Tian Kang's body. Plop! With a sound, Tian Kang's body fell directly, and the breath all over his body slowly dissipated. Damn Tian Kang. Bad things for me, *** human, you will definitely not die. And being hit by Xiao Yan like this, the vitality in Tian Kang's body is also rapidly draining, but the evil power that occupies Tian Kang's body, but there is no trace of disappearance, and there is even a somewhat evil smile. Continuing from the previous episode 1008. This guy, Xiao Yan couldn't help but say something when he looked at Tian Kang, who was severely injured by himself. With his superhuman perception, Xiao Yan suddenly discovered that although the attack he just hit was on point, it also happened to completely wipe out all the vitality of Tian Kang, and it could be regarded as helping the evil race from outside the realm to completely occupy Tian Kang's body. Ha ha ha, human boy. I would like to thank you this time. After a while, an unusually dazzling evil force suddenly appeared in the entire sky, and it even caused a slight vibration in the space between the blood rivers. Damn. And Xiao Yan looked at the evil phantom in front of him, and couldn't help but say. The human body is really wonderful. I used to occupy this body, because of the existence of human consciousness and soul, I was blocked everywhere. But it's different now. As the second messenger of the 4 messengers of the Gorfiends, I declare that you can die. The next moment, Kang Shenemu's wound healed directly, and then a demonic tone appeared. Come out. What an evil guy. And Mu Yingying, who was below, also found out what happened to Tian Kang, and couldn't help but say. Looking at this, I'm afraid that the current sky has been completely replaced by the evil clan from outside the territory. And Yan Kai also spoke. Brother, I'm going to help. Wei Wei said, and regardless of how her brother blocked her, she flew directly to where Xiao Yan was. Alas, the women's college didn't stay. Yan Kai looked at Mu Yingying like this, couldn't help rolling his eyes and said. The second strongest among the 4 envoys of the Gorfiend, your duo Shengen, I am afraid that you are also unable to escape today. Yan Kai said slightly in his heart. Old Yan, will they be okay? Mu Tianyuan, the elder brother on the side, looked at the extremely evil Tian Kang and couldn't help asking. Don't worry. Both of them have the power of holy flame. Although time is too weak to exert all the power of holy flame to achieve the ability to suppress and obliterate the evil races outside the territory, the two holy flames want to obliterate the evil spirits on Tian Kang's body. The power of the alien race is still not a problem, Yan Kai said with a smile. Crash. Suffered to death. Just after taking control of Tian Kang's body, a ferocious giant black hand suddenly appeared behind the evil figure. On the ferocious black giant hand, countless obscure evil runes slowly appeared, making people know at a glance that it was extraordinary. My good fellow, this extraterritorial evil clan actually knows the seconds of runes. It's not easy. At this time, the soul-devouring talisman hidden in Xiao Yan's body also gently exclaimed. Senior, how should I deal with this thing? Xiao Yan hesitated for a while, because he knew by perception that because of the mysterious evil rune on the evil giant in front of him, even his own holy flame can't handle it. Hey, if your strength reaches the 9-star Do Emperor, it is enough to fully display the power of holy flame, and this level of evil power is naturally not a problem, but your strength is still weak now. Even if you have holy flame, you want to deal with this. This level of evil power is too exhausting. But, it's not impossible. At the end of the sentence, Soul Eater actually laughed. What can be done? Xiao Yan asked urgently. Fire. Fire conquers all things. If you can condense a strong enough flame, this evil force will be completely wiped out under that terrifying destructive power in high temperature. But at this level of flame, even if you use the holy flame fusion on that little girl, I'm afraid you won't be able to reach it temporarily. Soul Eater said slightly. What's the fire? Xiao Yan murmured. As long as it's fire? Xiao Yan stared at the black giant hand that was constantly exuding evil aura, and couldn't help but ask the Soul Eater talisman. That's right. Even if it's not holy flame, as long as it's strong enough or enough, it can still kill him. Soul Eater talisman said. In that case, different fire plaza, fire is coming. In the next moment, a huge object floated directly out, tightly surrounding Xiao Yan and Tian Kang in the sky. What is this? Seeing Xiao Yan suddenly make such a scene, evil Tianqing was also at a loss, but he was still brewing his own offensive. He knew that once his attack condensed, let alone near a Xiao Yan, I am afraid that even the 7 people in the Heavenly Palace can be wiped out. Return of the Fire. Yuo Heng, the ancient ruler returns. And after Xiao Yan summoned the Yuo Square, he didn't sit still and continued to send a huge amount of Do Qi to the Yuo Square. And as Xiao Yan's voice just fell, suddenly, in Xiao Yan's body, different colors of different fires suddenly separated and burst out, and then returned to their respective positions on the stone pillars above the square of different fires. And above that first place, is the location of the ancient ruler of eternal fire. However, there are not 22 kinds of different fires now, but one kind was obtained in the Xuanling continent, and it became 23 kinds. 23 different colors of different fires with different powers, according to the ranking, slowly stood on the stone pillars in the square of different fires. Not long after, Xiao Yan's pupils suddenly opened. A domineering atmosphere of the supreme fire suddenly appeared. Give it to me. When Xiao Yan's voice just fell, the 23 kinds of different fires of different colors suddenly moved rapidly, and then scrambled to gather together. Boom, boom, boom. Even though Xiao Yan had tried to fuse so many different fires before, with the increase in strength, there was still some resistance when it came to fusion. This guy is really a lunatic. The Soul Eater talisman couldn't help but be shocked when he smelled Xiao Yan's huge handwriting, because he knew that so many flames, although not as much as the holy flame, but it is also an extraordinary flame. The power of such a huge flame fused together is probably something that can be learned from the world. Xiao Yan, when Mu Yingying, who was about to help Xiao Yan just now, saw this scene, she couldn't help but become surprised. It's mystifying. Gore Demon Hand, Sishin. At the next moment, the attack of the evil sky was finally condensed, and it whistled directly at the sky, and then an evil aura up to 100 meters in size wrapped the evil giant hand and suddenly faced Xiao Yan. Attacked. Die. Looking at Xiao Yan, who was indifferent in the face of such a tyrannical attack, Tian Kang smiled evilly. However, before his smile faded, he saw that Xiao Yan suddenly laughed, and said directly with a domineering arrogance of a ruler leading the world. It's been a long time since I used the fusion of different fires. Silent fire lotus, with your pride, bloom. Xiao Yan's voice just fell, and suddenly there was a beautiful lotus seed engraved with these 23 colors on the palm of his hand. This lotus seed just appeared, and the whole space suddenly became restless, and bursts of destructive superpower radiated from it. The 23-color lotus seeds silently crossed the space, and then gently collided with the giant hand of the evil heaven. The sky exploded and suddenly emerged. At the same time, the evil Tiankang's face that was full of smiles was finally replaced by a heavy touch. Continuing from the previous episode 1009. Boom boom boom. The fiery flame ripples constantly echoed in this space. Damn it, **it. You *** human. How can you hold so many flames in your body? Impossible, this is absolutely impossible. At the same time, the evil Tian Kang, who had always been extremely disdainful of Xiaoyan, finally realized that he underestimated Xiaoyan's fate, and couldn't help cursing. You should really take care of yourself. Silent Fire Lotus, destroy it to me. And as Xiaoyan's voice fell, the Silent Fire Lotus with as many as 23 colors suddenly shrank then suddenly enlarged, and suddenly exploded. Second messenger of the Gorfiends, it's over. Xiaoyan had a hint of madness, and then his dazzling soul power spewed out, tightly locking on Tian Kang's figure, making his attack more precise. Don't. Being completely hit by such a fiery attack, even the second envoy of the Gorfiends, who had always been powerful, let out a burst of screams, and then the evil aura of the bodyguard was suddenly subsided, and a scene of extreme scary face. Second brother, when Tianqing suffered such a change, Tianong and Qi Haoqing below rioted at the same time, trying to save him. It seems to be underestimating me too much. And how could Xiao Yi let the two succeed? The air around her suddenly accelerated, and the same 23-color flame suddenly radiated from her body, directly entangling the two in front of her. Cough, cough. After a short while, the flame storm in the sky dissipated completely, and then Xiaoyan's aura was floating. Obviously it was a bit rusty after not using the fusion fire for a long time. But Tian Kang, who was beside him, had an extremely ugly expression on his face, and even his entire body became *** and bloody, and his aura was also sluggish. Damn it, to encounter such a pervert, it seems that I have to reflect on it with my king. Although this kid has not used the holy flame to the point of perfection, but if he is allowed to grow up, I am afraid that he will become the great enemy of our Gorfiends in the future. Third brother, retreat. I'm too seriously injured. The next moment, Tian Kang suddenly burst out with a strange evil black energy, and then fled into the distance. Not good. Stop him. Seeing this, Xiaoyan couldn't help but let out a loud shout, but just as he was about to catch up, there was a sharp pain in his body. Apparently the use of Silent Fire Lotus left some sequelae. Humans, I have to say that you are very strong, but with you at this time, you can't keep me. When I recover in the future, I will definitely take your life to repay today's shame. Tian Kang didn't dare to hesitate after finishing speaking, and ran away suddenly. Stop, where do you run? The figures of Zai Tianong and Qi Haoqing skyrocketed, and they escaped from Xiao Yi's attack in a short time and fled into the distance, but the direction of their escape was completely opposite to Tianqing. Bastards, we can't let them escape. Xiao Yan gritted his teeth and said, You seem to have forgotten that there are us. Just when Tian Kang felt that his plan had succeeded, two figures also quietly appeared in front of him. Tian Kang, who was in a weak state, raised his head slightly, but a figure and a rather majestic body were reflected in his pupils. Go away. When Tian Kang met, he gritted his teeth forcibly and said, and then the evil power surged in his body, trying to send the two of them flying. Holy flame? The next moment, Tian Kang's complexion became heavy after realizing that his evil power was actually cancelled by the power of the beautiful woman in front of him. Senior brother, accept him. At this moment, Mu Yingying's whole body was flashing with an incomparably pure azure flame, and an indescribable holy aura slowly appeared. And Tian Kang also seemed to have discovered that with the appearance of Mu Yingying's breath and flame, the evil power on his body was rapidly dissolving. According to his perception, it was naturally one, and the flame on this Qian Ying's body must also be the same. Duo Shengen, and his ranking is definitely higher than Xiao Yan's, otherwise there would not be such a strong pressure. Death to me. The senior brother Mu Tianyuan on the side watched Mu Yingying imprison Tian Kang for a while, and without hesitation, he suddenly used all his strengths to attack the weak and evil Tian Kang. Boom boom boom. The terrifying attack left a lot of conspicuous scars on Tian Kang's body. After all, Mu Tianyuan himself is a fire attribute, not to mention that he is a genuine 7-star Do Emperor perfectionist. Asshole. But a holy flame is not enough to kill me completely. You can catch me, but you can't destroy me. Sooner or later, the powerhouses of our Gorfiends will rescue me. Then you can wait for the dark revenge of our Gorfiends. Susu. It seemed that he realized that he had no hope of escaping, and the evil Heavenly Kang just gave up the struggle and said, "Sorry, you probably don't have that chance." And just after evil Heavenly Kang finished speaking with a lot of laughter, a burst of laughter also appeared at the same time. Who? Tian Kang couldn't help saying when he noticed the familiar aura. The master of the holy flame, Xiao Yan. The next moment, Xiao Yan's palm gently intertwined with Mu Yingying's, and a khaki-colored holy flame suddenly burst out. And with the emergence of the power of 2 holy flames, the look of the evil sky finally turned to ashes. No, don't destroy me. I'll tell you all the information you want to know, as long as you. Before the evil Heaven Kang finished speaking, the power of the 2 saints slowly intertwined, and then the 4 powerful envoys of the Gorfiends in the past where the second messenger was completely obliterated like this. Are you dead? After a while, after Tian Kang's body was burned into ashes by the 2 holy flames, Xiao Yi opened her mouth slightly. Well, this guy, from now on, will be completely lost. Xiao Yan said slowly. However, it's a pity that San Sanzong and Qi Haoqing were let go. Xiao Yi said with some remorse. It's okay, the old hatred and the new hatred will be counted together at that time. As for now, we should integrate most of them first, and then go to the highlight of this sect competition. The Land of Holy Flame. After Xiao Yan finished speaking, he directly led a group of people to the light curtain barrier. And in a distant place beyond the river of blood, the second child has fallen. A breath sounded slightly in the gray-clothed man's mind. The sky has fallen? How can it be? That guy is a powerhouse who has stepped into the 8-star Do Emperor in half a step, and with the addition of 2 messengers, I am afraid that there is no one in the younger generation of Zon Santian who can match. The man in gray directly shook his head and said, "The 2 holy flames are really scary." In the face of the man's voice, the evil voice was resounding. Damn incense pavilion, but that's fine. The 4th and 2nd brothers have both fallen into the hands of Fenxian Pavilion, and there will be no one to fight with me for this holy flame. Don't worry, 2nd brother and 4th brother, I will help you to avenge your revenge together. After Xuanling's royal family finished speaking, an unusually evil aura emerged. :